Hello, this is Destiny Chigo, and this is the reading for Esther chapter 6, verses 11 through 14. So Haman got the robe and horse. He roped Mordecai and led him on horseback through the city streets, proclaiming before him, "This is what is done for the man the king delights to honor." Afterward, Mordecai returned to the king's gate. But Haman rushed home with his head covered in grief, and he told Zeresh's wife and all his friends everything that had happened to him. His advisers and his wife Zeresh said to him, "Since Mordecai, before whom your downfall has started, is of Jewish origin, you cannot stand against him. You will surely come to ruin." When they were talking with him, the king's eunuchs arrived and hurried Haman away to the banquet Esther had prepared.
The book of Esther is full of lessons that we can all learn from, regardless of our age. Hi, my name is John. I'm born again and I'm married. I have a daughter. We're going to look at the book of Esther, chapter number 6, verse number 11 to 14. Verse number 11. At this point, Haman dresses Mordecai with a robe, which signifies dignity. And then he puts him on top of a horse, which signifies power. And then he sends him to the city square on top of a horse, which signifies respect and praise. Anybody who did that had to be honored by the king, and people have to see that that's a person that the king has honored. So he deserves honor from anybody else. It wasn't about the king. It wasn't about Haman. It was about Mordecai. God honoring him because of his truthfulness and because of his obedience. After that, Haman goes back to his family. He's full of shame because he's not truthful, because he's not honest. He goes back to his family and then he narrates to them what had happened and his advisors. But none of them has an answer to his problem. None of them could find a way to restore him to his glory or to his honor. None of them could do that. The wife says and tells Mordecai, "If this happened to you because of a Jew, then you are no more." Why? Because something that the wife maybe knew, nobody else knew, that Haman was a prayerful person. A Jew is a person who feared God. The God of the Jew was God who was powerful. So the wife of Mordecai knew, wife of Haman knew that that Mordecai was a prayerful person, was a person that was honest, was a person that was trustworthy, a person that was truthful. And we see that from the lesson we learn from this scripture is that the fate of Mordecai was sealed and his end was imminent. The greatest conviction is nothing can stand between you and God's plan. Just like Mordecai, whatever God had planned for Mordecai, it came to pass because God had planned it for him. So if you continue to be faithful, obedience, selfless, unlike Haman who was selfish, Mordecai was selfless because it wasn't about him, it was about the children of Israel. God honored him and nothing stood against him. Haman tried, but he never succeeded. God bless you and thank you for sharing this word with me. Thank you.